It's Wednesday, February 4th. In the headlines, Jamaica records lowest monthly murder count since 2001. And in business news, a discussion on government's roof repair grants after Hurricane Melissa. Regionally, candidates in high gear as Barbados general election nears. And in sports, Leeward Islands and Jamaica crowned regional cricket champions. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has welcomed Jamaica's latest crime statistics, noting that the country recorded its lowest monthly murder figure since national crime data collection began in 2001. Data from the Jamaica Constabulary Force show a sustained decline in violent crime, with 33 murders recorded in January 2026. This represents a 53% reduction compared to January 2025, when 74 murders were reported. The Prime Minister says the continued fall in homicides, particularly over the past 3 years, reflects long-term planning and execution by his administrations since 2016. He adds that the progress is being driven by the structured implementation of the government's Plan Secure Jamaica. The House of Representatives has passed amendments to the Jury Act, paving the way for higher daily payments to jurors, while postponing more complex changes related to jury tampering. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck made the disclosure on Tuesday while tabling the bill.
A number of concerns were raised, and it seemed to me, even though I've tried to remedy a number of the concerns raised in relation to jury tampering, it still needs a bit of tweaking. So I've decided that we're only proceeding with the increase in the fees, and at the Joint Select Committee on the Jury Act, I would like the first order of business to deal with jury tampering.
He also notes that not all elements of the Jury Act will be amended. Road works are set to begin this week in the southern parishes of St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon. The repairs, tagged at $202 million, are being carried out under the Graded Overlay Emergency Road Rehabilitation Program, known as the GO program. Communication Manager at the National Works Agency, Stephen Shaw, says the works can now proceed as contractors have met key procurement requirements, including the submission of insurance coverage. Clarendon will receive the largest share of the allocation, with about $122 million earmarked for this phase of the program. Roads slated for improvement include those in Portland Cottage, Chapelton to Colonel's Ridge, Summerfield to Thompson, and sections of Trout Hall to Cave Valley Roadway. Mr. Shaw says several roads in St. Andrew have already been rehabilitated under the program. In a weather update, another cold front is projected to impact the island on Friday. According to the Meteorological Service, although weaker than the system currently influencing the weather, expect cool temperatures and strong gusty winds Friday into the weekend, especially across northern parishes. Fishers and other marine interests are advised to exercise extreme caution during this period, as sea conditions are expected to deteriorate in the vicinity of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday, and due to strong gusty winds beginning Friday. Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Hambani Estates, located at 1-3 Bamboo Avenue beside the American Embassy, is a high-end gated community of 12 standalone mansions designed to appeal to Jamaica's ultra-wealthy clientele, and has sold 3 units after the financial rescue of the project by Mayberry Investments. The units entered the market at over $2 million per unit, which at current exchange rates is approximately $320 million per villa. The development is expected to be completed in May 2026. Chief Executive Officer of Mayberry, Patrick Batal, comments, I quote, "We are proud to support Hambani Estates as it advances through critical delivery milestones. The completion of these 3 homes reflects disciplined execution and a clear commitment to quality. We remain confident in the development's value proposition and look forward to continued progress toward the handover of the remaining homes." For homeowners seeking to maximize their roof grant from the government, we reached out to Curtis Hilton, architectural designer and builder, to learn more. We're here with Curtis Hilton, architectural designer and builder, and he's here to discuss how to access the government grants smartly for your roof. The government has announced 3 tiers to get support for your roof. So minor damage is $75,000, major damage is $200,000, and severe damage is $500,000. Now, first, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Denise. Thanks for having me.
All right, great. Now, Mr. Hilton, in your estimation, how can you get the best value for your dollar in roofing repair?
Thank you. I'm sure your listeners will be keen to know those values as well. There are a few things that persons need to take in consideration in terms of value. And one thing that you want to do is to get 3 different quotations pertaining to fixing the roof. And make sure that the materials are the same type of roofing materials. And then when you get those 3 quotes, then you'll decide which is more affordable. And I want to caution that the cheapest quotation might not necessarily be the best quotation, but as long as the quotation fits in person's budget and can complete the work long term is what is necessary. The second thing you want to look at is warranty on your roofing materials. Now, not everyone offers warranty on roofing materials, but you can shop in places that will offer you warranty that, whether 6 months or a year, whatever time frame that they have. Because you want, if anything should go wrong, you have at least some level of coverage or reimbursement as it relates to the value. And the third thing you want to look at is the quality of your installation of the roof. You don't want to install the roof, and if there's another disaster, then it goes just like that's not the first one. So you want to zoom into those 3 things, all right? You want to zoom into costing, you want to zoom into warranty materials, and you want to zoom into proper installation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hilton.
You're welcome.
All right. For the trading period of February 3, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Ken Tire Holdings Jamaica Limited with 7,435,705 units, representing 29.57% of market sales activities. Trans-Jamaican Highway Limited with 4,374,735 units, representing 17.39% of market sales activity. Dollar Financial Services Limited with 2,051,561 units, or 8.16% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation, advertising, and financial plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for February 3, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. The US dollar saw trading margins reflecting steady liquidity, with the US selling at $157.43 and buying at $155.48. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by 58-cent transaction spreads meant the Canadian dollar sold for $114.63 and was bought for $114.05. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $2.08 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $214.88 and was bought for $212.80. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt, servicing, or overseas exposure. For the credit report tip of the day, after the age of 50, your credit score should be working capital, not a forgotten statistic. It reflects your payment consistency, how wisely you used available credit, and the credibility you've built over time. Paying off debt is a strong move, but paying everything off and shutting accounts down can quietly reduce your leverage. The smarter approach is to eliminate high interest balances, keep a few well-aged accounts open, and use them lightly and predictably. At this stage of life, your credit report should help you protect cash, lower borrowing costs, fund strategic opportunities, handle health or family needs, and move without liquidating assets. The action now is deliberate. Pull your credit reports, clean up errors, reduce what's expensive, preserve what's useful, and structure your credit so it gives you choice, flexibility, and control for the years ahead. In our Funded in Focus feature, when seeking funding from government contracts, it's important to understand that the entire process is online. And so beyond profile creation, online registration to bid on government contracts requires specific legal, tax, and financial documents. It is important that businesses reach out for help to audit their readiness, identify missing requirements, and prepare complete submissions that withstand compliance checks. As an example, our client Trevon, who operates a solar business, used do-it-yourself techniques to upload bid documents, which led to errors. Professional reviews ensured clean submissions and fewer rejections of Trevon's bid for government contracts. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.
In regional news, with just days to go before Barbadians head to the polls, political candidates are stepping up their final push, going door to door, ramping up activity at campaign offices, and reaching out to voters by phone, all in an effort to connect with every corner of their constituencies. The CBC was on ground tracking the last-minute push, and Deanza Roberts has more in this report.
Over at the constituency office of the Barbados Labour Party candidate for Christchurch East, Wilfred Abrams, the focus is on reconnecting with long-standing supporters and ensuring first-time voters and senior citizens feel heard and represented. He says the strategy now extends beyond face-to-face interaction as his team work to maximize outreach through phone calls and targeted engagement.
Right now is a numbers game, right? It's about identifying your sure vote, knowing who's going to bring out that vote on the day, being able to account for all so that you're not guessing on election day. So right now our people are actually just going through the list, the persons who would have pledged their support. In some instances we call them back to touch base and making sure that support is sure, making sure that if people need transportation or they have special needs election day, they're set up in the office. As well, they're doing the logistics because On election day, you need drivers, you need runners, you need catering.
Christchurch East Central candidate Ryan Strawn was on the ground, meeting and greeting residents and hearing their concerns.
Well, this week really is about touching base with the supporters who've given us their support in the past. We have been focused on making sure we can touch every house in the constituency. So my team and I, we've split up just to make sure we cover everybody, and therefore I am trying to be as strategic as possible with respect to where it can go. And so my team is well briefed, and we are ensuring that we can communicate with residents. So right here, from here on in, we are literally not just doing in-person canvassing, we're doing telephone canvassing.
As the calendar inches closer to election day, candidates are intensifying their canvassing as they try to woo voters in these general elections. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Suriname's Minister of Transport, Communication and Tourism, Raymond Landveld, is reaffirming the CARICOM single market as one of the region's most critical objectives. Speaking during a fireside chat at the Canto Connect 2026 conference in Port of Spain on Tuesday, Minister Landveld urged renewed momentum to advance regional integration and economic cooperation.
During what was termed a fireside chat at the Canto Connect 2026 conference in Port of Spain on Tuesday, Suriname's Minister of Transport, Communication and Tourism made a case for pushing forward with the CARICOM single market.
This is a discussion that we need to have. What's happening with the CARICOM single market? You know, let's not go to the economy yet, but the single market. Because one thing I learned from UNCTAD is that the countries that are rich now, their neighbors are their biggest trading partners.
Minister Landveld said his experience working with the international agency in New York points to the need for the CSME.
That's a lesson that I think we should take from what's happening in the international trading system, that we should be doing business and trading more with each other and therefore coming up with systems that would cater to the community. So this collaboration and cooperation is something that we support and that Suriname really wants to be part of, because I think it will serve us all in the end.
Director of Canto, Mark Reynolds, supported the minister, saying that his experience working with Caribbean telecommunications bodies has shown partnering with them is beneficial.
Those are the type of technologies that actually are developing within the Caribbean, where we don't really have to look further than our neighbor to get the skills.
Minister Landveld and Mr. Reynolds were discussing building the digital workforce for a high-growth future. Terry-Ann Brown-Campbell, TTT News.
The president of Guyana, Dr. Ifran Ali, has concluded a 3-day visit to Belize. On Sunday, Dr. Ali arrived at the Philip Goldson International Airport, where he was greeted with a full ceremonial welcome. At a special sitting of Parliament on Monday, Dr. Ali took the floor in the National Assembly. During his visit, the Guyanese president also paid courtesy visits to 4 locations, including Santander Sugar Limited and Quality Poultry Products headquarters. Belize and Guyana are deepening their partnership with a series of new cooperation agreements covering security, education, tourism, technology, and investment. The deals focus on practical gains, like working together to tackle regional crime, expand scholarships and skills training, grow tourism, and modernize government services through digital tools and AI. Both countries have also signed plans to pursue a bilateral investment treaty and collaborate more closely on biodiversity and climate issues. In sports, we spotlight cricket. Cricket West Indies has crowned its 2026 regional champions. The Leeward Islands claimed their maiden T20 Blaze title with an undefeated campaign, while Jamaica staged a stunning comeback to secure their 7th CG United Women's Super 50 Cup. Nasir Mohammed has more in this report.
The Leeward Islands made history in the CWI T20 Blaze, completing a flawless campaign without a single defeat. Their triumph came in a rain-affected final against Barbados at the Annesvale playing field in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Batting first, the Leeward Islands posted 111 for 6, anchored by opener Shonisha Hector's match-winning 58 from 44 deliveries.
Talking about a good start. This has been put away with authority and quicker, aerially, hit aerially, and she settles on the list.
Barbados managed only 79 for 5 after 16 overs before heavy showers ended play. The DLS method confirmed the Leeward Islands as 6-run winners, sparking jubilant celebrations. Hector was named the best all-rounder and top run scorer for the tournament, capping a remarkable individual performance. Trinidad and Tobago secured 3rd place with a 7-run victory over Guyana, powered by Brittany Cooper's 46 and Karishma Ramharak's decisive 3 for 13. In the 50-over format, Jamaica scripted a remarkable turnaround. Entering the final round in 5th position, they capitalized on the Windward Islands' defeat to Guyana and dominated the Leeward Islands. Jamaica bowled out the Leewards for 146, with Shadeen Nation claiming 4 wickets.
A big hit, and Hector goes and is going to be caught.
Oh, this one is coming through. Oh, through the defense. This time it's in the...
Krishana McKenzie and Lena Scott's 94-run opening stand guided Jamaica to an 8-wicket victory. That win, combined with crucial bonus points, lifted Jamaica to the top of the standings with 21 points, just 1 ahead of the Windward Islands and Guyana, in a thrilling finish that saw the top 4 teams separated by only 2 points.
So Mina has changed ends. She's come from the bowlers and as she pulls that down to mid-on.
After 5 years, Cricket West Indies and former West Indies cricket keeper Shane Dorich has amicably resolved a long-standing legal dispute arising from his early departure from the 2020 tour of New Zealand. Here's more from TTT News.
The legal issue arose from Dorich's early return from the West Indies tour of New Zealand in 2020, affecting his selection, eligibility and central contract renewal. CWI Chief Executive Officer Chris Deering expressed satisfaction with the resolution, stating the organization welcomes Dorich into its coaching structure as he transitioned into professional development following his retirement from international cricket in December 2023. Attorney for the former Windies keeper Philip Nichols said his client is delighted that the uncertain period has ended and is looking forward to forging a coaching career. The Barbadian, who played 35 test matches for the West Indies, is eager to pass on his knowledge to the next generation of cricketers, particularly wicket-keepers. Both parties have agreed to keep the settlement terms confidential.
And that's it for the news on PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.